Hello everyone, good afternoon. I hope you are preparing very well for your physics examination. I have already posted the important questions for physics part 1 and part 2 videos. So today in this video, let us discuss about the important questions for bio. As we all know, biology has 10 lessons. So I'll check if I'm able to complete all 10. It's well and good. Otherwise, I'll explain the important questions of first 5 in this video, and then I'll make other video for the next 5 lessons. So coming to the first lesson, nutrition. So in the lesson nutrition, so first part covers autotrophic and the second part covers heterotrophic nutrition. First important question is difference between autotrophic nutrition and heterotrophic nutrition, and then learn about photosynthesis. The most important questions are the 4 activities: test for presence of starch, test for sunlight, test for carbon dioxide, and test for oxygen. Learn those experiments very well. After those experiments, learn the structure of chloroplast with the labeling. After that, learn the light reaction and dark reaction. Once you are done with this, just have a look about Cuscuta. Cuscuta has parasitic nutrition. They'll give you amoeba and paramecium. Those can be bit paper questions for you. After that, we have human digestive system. So the most important thing is learn the flowchart of human digestive system. Apart from that, you have a table where it shows all the enzymes secreted in various parts of the body which will help in the process of digestion. So learn that table thoroughly, and apart from that, learn the process of digestion. So with this, you can complete your first unit. At the end of the first unit, you have a vitamin chart. Have a look at it. Learn which are fat soluble, which are water soluble, because sometimes they give you that question and they give you that table and ask questions based out of it. So if you learn this, your first unit would be done. Coming to the second unit, respiration. In respiration, the first important is learn events in respiration. Then go to the pathway of air. Then you have epiglottis. The question from epiglottis would be explain about choking effect, and then learn about the mechanism of respiration, where you will learn about diaphragm. So most of the time they'll ask you what happens if diaphragm is not present. So learn that mechanism perfectly. Apart from that, it is very important that you learn about gaseous exchange, near the alveoli, gaseous exchange. Then mitochondria is known as powerhouse of the cell, and it is responsible for cellular respiration. You will get a bit question out of it. And apart from that, learn the difference between aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. And then they might even ask you a question: why do we feel, or why do we get pains after strenuous exercises? Learn that concept. And apart from that, learn the differences between respiration and combustion, respiration and photosynthesis, then photosynthesis and combustion. So learn, be thorough with all these differences. Then learn the yeast experiment. So most of the time they'll give you a question like, prove that carbon dioxide and heat are released in the process of photosynthesis. If they ask you, you have 3 different experiments. You have sprouts experiments, you have yeast experiment. So based on the question, you need to check which experiment you have to write. With this, your second unit preparation would be done. To the third lesson, that is transportation. Have a look at the structure of heart, learn the diagram of heart, and then learn, most importantly, focus on the difference between arteries and veins, the difference between single circulatory system and double circulatory system. Learn that difference thoroughly, and then check on cardiac cycle. After the cardiac cycle, lymphatic system is most important. Most of the time they'll ask you a question: why our legs get swollen after sitting for a longer time for old age people? It is because of edema that is related to the lymphatic system. So you will get a question from that, and then you will have a question based on the clotting of blood. Okay, because when there is a vitamin K deficiency, that we also call it as coagulation of blood. Learn that concept. To measure BP, we use sphygmomanometer. This question would be an objective question. And once you feel you are done with this, then in the plants part, root pressure activity is the most important one. So if you cover these topics, then your third lesson would be done. Coming to the fourth lesson, that is excretion. In fourth lesson, you have to mainly focus on the structure of kidney. Then learn the mechanism of urine formation. Once you are done with this both, have a clear understanding about dialysis, that is artificial kidney. Learn accessory excretory organs. Once you are done with this, focus on the plants part. In plants part, they'll ask you what are secondary metabolites. This was the previous year question for year 10th. And then learn the difference between excretion and secretion. And in the plants part, you have tables. Focus on that. Most of the time, they'll give you that table and ask questions about auxins. They'll be a table in your fourth chapter related to plants. So learn that table thoroughly. Most of the time they'll give you the table and ask questions out of it. Next, coming to the fifth lesson, coordination. In coordination, learn structure of nerve cell and then learn the difference between afferent, efferent and associative nerves. Then learn the knee-jerk reflex. That is the most important. Once you are done with this, learn the structure of brain and then learn the difference between central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. They'll ask you a question, why adrenaline is known as fight or flight hormone. Just have a look at story of insulin. Apart from that, you learn about the feedback mechanism. Coming to the plants, you have different tropisms like geotropism, thigmotropism and all. Just have a look at it. And you have vent experiment. Just see the observations of the vent experiment. So if you go through all these things, it's fine. You'll be done with your fifth chapter. So in this video, we have covered 1 to 5 chapters. In the next video, I'll discuss 6 to 10 chapters of bio which are important. I hope these videos are helpful. For many such videos, please do like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you.